This one, was it a tough game to evaluate, knowing the context and all of that?
We played a pretty good hockey game overall. Generated a lot. There was just some small little plays that ended up in the back of our net. So I thought that's just one of those nights where it just didn't go our way.
Nick, you guys make it through the season, 106 points. Just how have you grown? How have you grown as a group, and how has it prepared you for what comes next?
Yeah, I think we've grown a ton individually and as a group. I think just learning to win in this league and what it takes to win each game. It's tough. Teams are really good, and I think as players and as a team, we've gotten so much better. Just our team game is tough to play against.
Do you feel the power play has to tweak before the playoff to comes back to its old rhythm?
I don't think we have to tweak that much. I mean, there's plays that were out there for us that just didn't go in, and obviously Tampa's has a really good PK, so we gotta watch video, do some homework, and be ready to go.
Just to go back to Eric's question, what's the biggest improvement of your team this season compared to last year?
Compared to last year, I think just kind of the ability to come in waves, and I think defensively when we're on, we're really strong, and that leads to our transition, and we can wear teams down in an offensive zone. So I think all those areas has come a long way, and kind of is the key to our success for that.
With the last couple of games against Tampa,
Talking about the playoffs that are coming, how did you read this one tonight? It seems like Nick was saying a lot of opportunities that you couldn't take advantage of.
Yeah. Execution probably was a little bit lower than we wanted, and that hurt us, and I feel like, there's an odd bounce here and there that we could have maybe used and it didn't happen. We still obviously need to be a lot better come playoff time, and I think everyone's just really looking forward to getting going there.
106 points this season. Where do you feel you've improved the most as a team this year?
Well, I think individually a lot of guys got a lot better. And then as a team, I think consistency-wise, there were slumps, but they weren't as long, they weren't as big. We started off the season on time, and I think our standards just rose this year compared to last year, and we expected more from each other, and that got us to become a more consistent team, and we put up a ton of points, and I think in most conferences or divisions we're getting home ice. So.
How was it for you to play with Gallagher tonight? I mean, you created a lot offensively, and with a little luck, you could have easily have 3-4 goals.
Yeah, that was great having him back there. Obviously really close to them, and it's not been the easiest of times for him. But when I saw I was playing with him, I knew what we were getting tonight, and he's just a true competitor and a great teammate, and when he gets out on the ice wearing that jersey, he's giving it his all, and he did that again tonight. And I've always loved playing with him too, so had some fun out there.
How exciting is it to come in the playoffs by the big door and to face Tampa, obviously, which we know it's going to be a hard battle?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good team. It was pretty evident that we would play a really good team come the first round anyways, and you obviously have to go through the best to be the best, and it's a really good challenge off the hop.
On your goal, did you know that puck was sitting there?
I saw it last second, yeah.
Group, how satisfied are you from what you've shown as a team, and how excited are you to start the playoffs now?
Yeah, we're excited. I think we were talking about it. I think start day one, knowing we're going to get 106 points. I think we'd be pretty happy with that. So I think a lot to be proud of. We know what makes us successful. I think we've we've shown how we can play against teams throughout the year. So we got to get back to what makes us successful and right away into the first round here.
Those two games against Tampa Bay over the last few weeks. In what ways can they help you going into the series?
I mean, it's good for us, I think, to kind of go back and look over some of that, which we will, I'm sure. But games that meant a lot, kind of in playing with the potential of maybe playing them down the stretch here. So we know what to expect. We know they're a good team, and we got to do what makes us successful in order to win this series.
Do you feel, as a group, any regrets regarding home ice, or it doesn't change anything at this point?
Yeah, that's what it is now, right? It's over. Quick memory, and we move on. First round.
Why your team is so good on the road, though? Because,
we've been good on the road, so I think we got to be confident in that going into Tampa. I think on the road we have a simple game mentality, and I think we pick our spots and play a good hard defensive game, and it's going to be a hard series. So we got to have that kind of ingrained in us from the start, and it's a good challenge.
Thanks, Alex.
Martin, qu'est-ce que tu retiens de ce match-là, mais au-delà de ça, le portrait global, le fait que là, c'est terminé, vous vous préparez pour les séries aussi?
Je trouve qu'on a contrôlé beaucoup la rondelle, mais on a manqué des chances de lancer. On s'est fait bloquer beaucoup de lancers. Mais côté saison, écoute, je suis content de l'effort du groupe. Puis, je pense qu'on est prêt pour l'autre étape.
Il y avait beaucoup de jeunes joueurs de l'autre côté. Parfois, c'est pas évident. Eux, ils arrivent là, ils veulent créer une bonne impression, ils sont chez eux à la maison. C'était un petit peu un match qui s'annonçait pour être même difficile dans ces circonstances-là.
Oui, puis non. Oui, puis non. C'est un match bizarre, puis ils sont souvent bizarres. Mais moi, je trouve que nos intentions étaient là, mais la ligne est fine entre gagner et perdre n'importe quel line-up que tu vas jouer contre. C'est pas mal ça. Mais ces games-là, des dernières de même, c'est souvent des games de même. Mais les choses arrivent pour une raison. Je pense que les bons dieux du hockey voulaient qu'on commence la route, c'est ça qu'on va faire.
Vous avez bâti quelque chose cette année, Martin, à Tampa quand même, comme équipe. Là.
Pardon?
Vous avez bâti des choses solides à Tampa cette année. Là.
Contre Tampa?
Contre Tampa, mais chez eux, qui fait que l'avantage de la glace, vous pouvez composer avec, même si c'est vos adversaires.
Oui, non, je pense qu'on n'a pas peur de commencer sur la route. Je pense qu'on l'a montré toute l'année, mais il va falloir être prêt. Puis on sait qu'on a un gros défi en avant de nous autres, puis on est prêt pour ça.
Vous finissez la saison avec 106 points, Martin. De quoi es-tu le plus fier dans l'amélioration de ton groupe?
Je sais pas si c'est une chose. Moi, je trouve que c'est notre game collective des deux bords de la glace. Notre bon, il est bon, puis c'est aller chercher le plus de minutes de ça, puis quand tu n'as pas toutes tes bonnes minutes-là, de ne pas se faire trop mal. Fait que c'est gérer ça.
Peux-tu nous parler de Brandon? Tu as parlé du fait que c'est pas facile quand tu es un vétéran de voir que tu es laissé de côté. Tu ramènes dans le match de ce soir. Ça a été un beau trio avec Jake.
Oui, on a été chercher les 2 buts. Gallagher a joué une bonne game. Non, cette ligne-là était bonne à soir. Non, je suis content pour lui.
C'est quoi le défi de trouver des combinaisons qui marchent de trio 2-3 aussi tard dans la saison?
Pardon?
C'est comment tu décrirais le défi de trouver des combinaisons qui marchent de trio 2 et 3 alors que la saison est pratiquement terminée puis les séries commencent là? C'est quand même beaucoup jonglé dans la dernière semaine.
Oh, je pense pas que c'est un défi. Tu sais, je pense qu'on a des bonnes options. On va s'ajuster si on a des ajustements à faire là-dessus. Ça va être chiant dans les matchs par match. On va voir comment ça va aller, mais on a des belles options.
Par rapport à commencer sur la route, Alex Newhook disait on a une game simple sur la route. Y a-tu quand même quelque chose de bien? C'est un jeune groupe, vous allez partir sur la route, vous allez être dans votre bulle un peu. C'est-tu positif quand même d'une certaine façon?
Oui, ça dépend toujours comment tu regardes les choses. Il y a toujours du positif dans n'importe quoi, tu sais. Fait que c'est le même qu'on regarde ça. Fait que t'as pas tort.
Marty, in terms of, you mentioned Gallagher getting back in the lineup. You have two young defensemen on your blue line. Arbor played a really good game.
Yeah.
I mean, and so just the decisions that are coming in terms of lineup spots, did you get a sense that the people who were on the bubble tonight maybe had a bit more on the line tonight than maybe some of the other guys?
I don't think we're making our decision with the last game of the season, you know. I think we have great options. We got guys that can help the team. We're going to need all hands on deck, and you know, we're going to start with 20, and that might change throughout the series. Who knows?
You had two guys who got some good opportunities down the stretch here in Duck and Texier. What have you seen from them, and what do you need to see from them moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they both brought some physicality to their game, which I like. They're both guys are pretty good with the puck. I think they both can extend ozone. You know, to me, it's keeping with those hard action. You know, of being physical, but also be detailed. You know.
You said earlier in French you feel ready. What makes you feel ready for what's coming next?
I mean, our season, our process, the quality people we have, the quality players. You know, we're able to adjust and adapt. And I feel there's not one style game that we can't play. I don't know. I just feel like, let's go.
To be able to face those guys, to be able to face those guys in the first round, Marty, with the experience they have and the way you guys have tried to model yourselves in ways over them, is that the type of challenge that can bring you guys to the next level?
Yeah, I mean, whenever you, you know, when you're a young team and you're trying to win your first playoff round, like playoff series, like I feel that usually takes you to the next level, you know, and you know, we're going to have to do it against a very experienced, good Tampa team, and there's nothing, you know, what a great opportunity, you know. How far does that propel us if we can get through that?
Merci.
How did you like this one? Obviously, you played a very solid game. Was it an important game for you in a certain way?
Yeah, I mean, every game in that jersey is special to me, obviously. You know, I've been on the lineup for a while, so I just want to play well. Just want to have a game that you can be proud of and, you know, try to contribute to team success. You know, I thought I did that. You know, we'll see what happens going forward.
Brendan, last time you spoke, you used the past tense a little bit to talk about this organization. I don't think that's probably appropriate right now, but like, where's your head at in terms of this game tonight and going to the playoffs and you've been out of the lineup for a while? Was that intentional or was that?
No, of course. I mean, you know, I think right now, obviously, the focus is on the playoffs, and you know, whatever's asked of me, just try to show up for the team, and that's what I'm going to do. I mean, you know, obviously, you know, like I said, this game was important to me. It felt like, you know, I just want to put together an effort that I can be proud of, and yeah, obviously it's an exciting time for the team right now getting into the playoffs.
Played with Jake, and I know you're really close to him, and he said that he was really happy to play with him, with you, actually. Is he helping in a way?
No, of course. You know, I obviously spent a lot of time with Jake. He's obviously a great teammate, does so much for this group. He's a really good friend off the ice, and yeah, it was nice to be with him tonight. I think you know he does a lot of good things on the ice, makes your job easy. So it was fun to play together again.
You've done a ton of seasoning here over the last few years, helping a lot of these kids grow. What would it mean to be alongside them for what could be a special?
Yeah, no, they're. You know, the future of this team is in a really good spot. I think everyone's aware of that. I think you know, last year's playoffs was experience that guys can learn from and draw from, and that's going to be important. I think you understand that the physicality is going to be high, and these guys are prepared to handle it. And yeah, really dynamic group that I think is excited for the opportunity.
Thank you, Brendan. Thank you, guys.